What a day! The London mayor rolls over to the trade unions to see off a damaging strike. I agree with GBNews super signing Boris Johnson, who says this is a foretaste of life under Labour for the next 5 years. I'll be tackling that in my 10 o'clock monologue. But meanwhile, the junior doctors perform an empathy bypass. Yes, they're going on strike at the height of the flu season, causing yet more cancelled appointments, risking lives and adding to the almost 8 million people now waiting for treatment. Meanwhile, remember when we stayed at home to save the NHS? Well, the junior doctors are now staying at home to further destroy it. The junior doctors do a great job, but it's a joke to say that they're underpaid. This industrial action in the NHS is enough to make you sick. So too is the post office scandal, and pressure is growing on Lib Dem leader Ed Davey over his role as Minister for Postal Affairs in the 2010 coalition government. Because concerned letters from devastated postmasters were left ignored as Davey swallowed what proved to be a pack of lies from Post Office senior management. This is one of the worst miscarriages of justice in the history of this country, and it's shocking that Fujitsu, the company behind this faulty Horizon software, continue to receive massive government contracts. The Express report, they've pocketed 200 million quid in the last year alone. There you go. Fujitsu are now deep in the jitsu, and rightly so. The only positive from this is that for the first time since he became leader of the Lib Dems, we're actually talking about Ed Davey. But sadly for him, the debate is how long he now stays in the job. I'll discuss that with the fearless former Sun editor Kelvin McKenzie before the end of the hour. So, Ed Davey's trying to get into number 10. Rishi Sunak is desperately trying to stay there. But has poor old Rishi got any more hair to pull out of his head? As disgraced Tory MP Peter Bone is replaced by, wait for it, his girlfriend, who will now run for his seat in a by-election, while Sunak has got a bone to pick with whoever came up with that ridiculous idea. This is more embarrassment the PM doesn't need, and he refused to endorse the new candidate for Wellingborough whilst out and about campaigning today, without, by the way, a jacket. Did he not see the forecast? He must have frozen to death.
Candidate selection is done locally, so local members in a given area will choose their candidate. That's how it works in our party. It's right that when we say we believe in empowering people locally, I really believe in that. That's how we do it in our party.
And there's even more election bedlam on the way, after Chris Skidmore formally submitted his resignation earlier in protest over Rishi Sunak's oil and gas drilling plans. He was backed by fellow Tory MP and COP26 President Alok Sharma, who this morning vowed to rebel against the government's climate legislation. Party discipline leaving a lot to be desired, especially after backbencher Danny Kruger was heard saying that if they're booted out of Downing Street, they're leaving the country sadder, less united, and wait for it, less conservative than when they found it. Take my advice, don't bother sticking that on election campaign leaflets.